So what is RoboCup Junior Soccer? This is a typical soccer field. Let's run through the different parts of it. This is the field in a bird's eye view. The white rectangle marks the boundaries, and the white curved sections on the left and right goals mark the penalty areas. More on them later. The goals are colored yellow and blue. Robots may sense these colors to tell them apart. The outside walls should keep the robot and ball safely on the field. There are ramps on the inside of each wall to help the ball back in if pushed out or kicked out. And the black neutral spots help identify where to place the ball or a robot depending on the situation. The black center circle is used only for kickoffs. We'll discuss in detail how these markings are used later. The final part of any match are the robots. There are two teams, each with two bots. Here, bots 1 and 2 belong to team scoring in the blue goal, and bots 3 and 4 are scoring in the yellow. The shapes indicate whether the bot is acting as a defender like bots 1 and 4, or as an attacker like bots 2 and 3. And here's some gameplay in action. The four robots will try to score against each other. For this, they have 10 minutes in the first halftime and another 10 minutes in the second halftime. What is a robot? Well, this is a robot, this is also a robot, and this is a robot too. They can have different shapes and sizes, but must follow a few rules. They can only be 18 centimeters wide and 18 centimeters tall for the open league, or 22 centimeters wide and 22 centimeters tall for the lightweight league. Handles for the robots in any league may exceed the height limit. They must be able to move in at least two directions like the robots in this video. They must also not grab or capture the ball. Instead, they may use a dribbler like this one, which backspins the ball to keep control over it, yet still makes it possible for another robot to take it away. Robots may still have a small indent for the ball like this robot. The depth depends on the league. They must have a handle for you to safely and easily grab it, like this robot. This, for example, is not an easily grabbable handle. They must navigate autonomously without human interference using sensors, like these robots. They must not interfere with any other robot sensors. For example, the lights under this robot may be okay, but the lights on the side could confuse other robots in the open league because they're set to be a similar color as the orange ball. Generally speaking, fair play is a big part of RCJ. The robots should not trick or damage each other. And there's a few more limitations. You can look them up in the rules or learn about them in Part 8, Inspections. However, for typical gameplay, you do not need to know about all of them in detail, as we will try to pair you with an experienced referee for the first few matches. Like in real soccer, the robots will try to score against each other. However, there are a few differences that are special to RCJ you need to be aware of. In real soccer, the players may leave the field briefly, but the ball cannot leave the field. Here in RCJ soccer, the ball may leave the field briefly, but the players cannot. If they do, they get taken off the field for a 1-minute penalty, like in this video. Robots also cannot enter completely into their penalty area. This way, robots cannot simply block their goal by sitting in front of it. Here, bot 1 is completely inside, which is not allowed. Bot 4 is partially inside, which is okay. Notice that the penalty area includes the entire width of the white border. Due to the robots being autonomous, there may be a lack of game progress or when the game comes to a halt. In these cases, the ball will need to be moved to try to get the game moving again. This is similar to a free kick in human soccer, but the ball will not be reset to the field border. Instead, it will be reset to neutral spots which are marked on the field. In this video, you can see two lack of progress counts and the effect moving the ball has on the game. And finally, if robots misbehave or become damaged, like the robot in this video, the robot will be removed for a 1-minute penalty. We will discuss these rules in more detail in the next sections. Don't worry if you feel like there are too many rules. This is perfectly normal. Most of the things that we point out here will start to feel natural after the first few matches. You will also always work as part of a team that will be willing to help you out. As a referee, you don't make mistakes because, per definition, you're the one making the call. That means you're always right, even in situations of doubt. Trust your judgment. Even if teams blame you for something, your decision as a referee is usually final. And if discussions become more severe, you can rely on the organizing committee to back you up. That being said, there are quite a few rules that you will need to know. This tutorial will give you a good impression of being an RCJ soccer referee. Be confident, be professional, and have fun.